Let's get started. Question number 1 is from a guy who lives in Delaware. I didn't copy down his name, and I'm not going to take the time to look right now. His name is, let's make it up. What are we going to call him? Denny from Delaware?
Well, I think of Wayne's World when I think of.
Call him Wayne.
We'll call him Wayne.
Wayne, it was Wayne, it was Garth Agar and Wayne
Oh, shoot.
Campbell. No.
Wayne Campbell. That's
Was that
it.
right?
Wayne
Campbell? Okay.
Hi, I'm in Delaware.
All right. Dear Pete, I live in northern Delaware. I'm 64 and trying to, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I have no idea where Delaware is. I mean, I do,
But
I don't know in relation. They jumble out there.
It's all. I know it's not all the same.
I'm looking it up,
but-
which is good for radio, and even better on PeteThePlanner.tv because you'll probably get a good shot of my bald spots. Do you know where? Okay, we're gonna have a little quiz here. I know we're supposed to be answering financial questions. Our executive producer back at the station is going to probably have what's called an air check that has to do with this particular episode, which means I get in trouble. All right, Nicole, Delaware.
Yeah.
Is it east of Baltimore?
No.
You're incorrect.
Oh, where is it?
Nicole, is New Jersey east of Delaware?
No.
Wrong again.
I told you I have no idea.
This is how you know what? I would get 0 of these wrong. Is New York?
You would get 0 of them wrong.
That's wait, all of them wrong.
I was gonna say it was like what?
Okay, now this is a tough one. Is New York City north or south of Delaware?
Oh. Is it north?
New York City is north of Delaware, but I would have said south.
Well,
Absolutely would have said
I was
south.
gonna say I'm trying to think of where it is in comparison to New Jersey.
You know, it's always people are like, oh, the East Coast are the elites, and they're rude to the Midwest. This is a Midwesterner, as you can see by my build, that is being rude to the East Coast right now, because I have no idea where Delaware is, but it seems like a lovely place.
Does anyone really have any idea where Indiana is within the Midwest?
I think I've been to Delaware. Haven't I? No one cares. Okay. This gentleman is 64 and trying to figure out when to retire. Good. Glad you emailed. The immediate question I have is if my spouse has not worked sufficient hours to earn Social Security, is she still entitled to Medicare? She's considerably younger than me at age 52, and the gentleman emailing is 64.
Yeah, she
Oh, I feel you, pal. Look at you. Not creepy now, but, when you're 24 and she's 12, you're kind of a weirdo.
Do some math.
That's gross. But, you're a grown man now. Well, at what point does that stop being gross?
I don't know, because...
Is it like 30 and 18? Because that still seems a little intense for me.
Right, because isn't one of the Olsen twins married to someone significantly older than her, too?
Have I told you my Olsen twin story?
Yes, you have.
Okay. So she's considerably younger at age 52, and I worry about her getting health coverage between the time I retire, somewhere between 66 and 70, the time she's eligible. Any thoughts? Lastly, while I think we have a good mix of owning a home, several 401ks, some cash and stocks besides my Social Security, who would be the right type of planner to work with to help me to understand my income and options at age 66, 68, and 70? All right, Nicole, do you want to do this Hollywood Squares style where you take a stab or not so much?
Not so much.
Okay, so here's the deal. Do you know what Medicare is?
No, it all seems like it's the same.
Okay, Medicare is it's a social service that provides health care for you, generally post age 65.
Okay.
You pay a tax on your paycheck that I pay you, that you earn, I shall say.
Uh-huh.
Every 2 weeks, when you get paid, you pay a tax of Medicare. You pay 1.45% of your total wages.
Yeah.
On the first 200 grand of your wages, and then after that. So that's that's what's up. Okay, so you pay 1.45% of your salary towards Medicare, which will provide you health care when you turn 65. And there's other points of eligibility too. But I guess one of the bigger points for this gentleman's question, who we're calling Wayne Campbell, is that you have to, in order to be eligible to receive Medicare and Social Security for that matter, you have to work 40 quarters or the equivalent of 10 years.
Okay.
I always think that's, go ahead.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
When they say that Social Security will run out or that this will run out, how does it run out when it's my money that I'm putting in
No.
and I'm 24?
Yeah.
How is it running out? I guess that's my thing. Is it's like one of those, are other individuals using the money that I'm paying right? Oh.
So look, this is where people are going to get so angry. Every time I say what I'm about to say, people get angry, but I'm just using to describe the concept. If I were to say the P word on the radio, Ponzi scheme.
Ponzi scheme.
A Ponzi scheme works this way. You invest,
Yeah.
and then you are paid back by other people's investments, not your own money, because your own money went to pay someone else. That is by definition of a Ponzi scheme.
Yes.
Your Social Security proceeds that you're paying into the account, it's not put into a lockbox. Do you remember? You know I don't know if you're old enough to remember. During the election, Al Gore, George Bush back in 2000, there was this big debate over the use of the term lockbox, where Al Gore said he wanted to take your Social Security tax that you pay, which is at this year 6.2% on your first $128,000. He wanted to take that money and put it into a lockbox for you, Nicole Frank
Yeah.
Oski. And
Okay.
so in doing that, then it sort of takes away that Ponzi
Scheme.
feel,
Yeah.
but it's not a Ponzi scheme. I just use it to describe it that way.
Yeah.
So that is to say, Nicole, when people say Social Security is running out of money, what it's saying is that it's essentially taking too many current payers to fund the recipient's retirement income.
Okay.
And so what gets scary is you will have paid in for 45 years by the time you're eligible for Social Security, and the math doesn't support that there'll be enough money in there to continue to pay you, although it's considered to be some sort of special obligation that has to be paid. And now I'm way above my pay grade.
I was just going to say, and now I can't say anything else because I'm going to get way too in the weeds.
Okay, so let's actually answer Wayne's question.
Okay.
So Medicare, again, is sort of a retiree's health care that they're eligible at, generally speaking, at 65. However, if you end up being married to someone and you did not work 40 quarters, but that person worked 40 quarters, you get the spousal benefits of both Social Security and Medicare, but you're not eligible for Medicare until you're age 65. So our friend here, the 30-year-old marrying an 18-year-old, oh, nope, I'm sorry, that's a 64-year-old marrying a 52-year-old. See, same thing, less creepy. When he is of age, that doesn't mean that she will get Social Security, or pardon me, Medicare right away. So when he is 65, he will be eligible for Medicare Part A, and then he'll have to supplement with Part B or whatever. But she will not be eligible at age 53. She will have to wait until she is 65 to secure that coverage, which is to say the ugliest part of this answer, Nicole, and the part why Wayne is going to be upset, is that he and his wife Garth will have to fund healthcare out of pocket on the private exchange for 12 years. Ooh. And that's bad.
That's
I mean,
heavy.
there's
so heavy.
Yeah, I mean, one of the negative aspects, disadvantages, I don't know what you call it,
I like
realities.
disadvantages
Sure.
better. Yeah.
Of having such an age gap going into retirement is that whereas one person is on Medicare and maybe cycles out of employment, especially if they're the breadwinner,
Yeah.
then you still must secure health care for the individual who has not achieved age 65, whether they're a working person or not. Now, if she was a working person, which it doesn't sound like she is from the email, or not so much that she has health care benefits, then they're literally going to have to pay out of pocket for 12 years for her coverage, which is going to be stinking expensive. And by the way, they should talk about all this with a financial advisor. So they just need to go to a fee-based financial advisor, generally speaking, or I happen to like fee-only hourly advisors, which we've talked about on this show, Nicole, which are tough to find. But Google, you found me on the internet, Wayne, so go find the Google machine and Google fee-only hourly advisor Delaware, and then like apostrophe, where's Delaware?
Where's Delaware? I did it yesterday for Indiana, so
You did?
yeah, you can find them.
Okay. So that's your answer. Coming up after the break, intern Aaliyah joins us to understand a word that so many people actually misunderstand. We'll see if she understands it next, right here on the Pete the Planner Show. Your money questions answered.